I'm Daniel Kleinschmidt. Welcome back to the 4 Pillars of Leadership. So far, we've recruited incredible talent and invested all we could through training and development. Today, we're diving into accountability. First, let's discuss some common misconceptions about accountability. As a new leader, you might feel that holding someone accountable is a challenge. You might fear that they'll feel it's unjust or mean. You may fear that it's demoralizing, or you may feel that accountability is reserved for those you're trying to work out of your organization. The truth is, the lack of accountability is the bigger disservice. The alternative would be to watch them fail. The results of accountability can be hugely uplifting as that person grows in and beyond their role. And accountability should be used with the people that you care about, the people that you want to see thrive in your organization. So everyone. Accountability is how we drive people to be the best they can possibly be. Even the most driven people need a kick in the butt sometimes. Most importantly, know that a leader that resorts to threats and fear tactics quickly loses the respect of their team and quickly loses their power and position. A wise leader endlessly invests themselves in their people and allows the accountability to speak for itself. Instead of being upset or mean with someone who's failing, ask them how you can help them avoid further disciplinary action. What can I do to help get you out of this situation? The right accountability measures will put enough pressure on without you piling on top. If your first thought when you hear accountability is documentation and disciplinary action, then we're missing some major steps. In fact, if that's our first step, we're failing our team. As someone who genuinely cares about the people, I have a handful of steps that I go through to help hold my team accountable before it ever comes to any disciplinary action. I'm confident that when it comes to discipline, that I've done everything I can for this individual. Here are a few measures of accountability that I highly recommend you use in your business. You may have caught this in our last video. Continuing to coach on what we've taught is one of the most fundamental ways to hold someone accountable. Our team needs to know that we won't stand for anything less than stellar. That requires us to never witness and allow anything less than stellar. Act in the now. If you see something out of place, coach on it immediately. Another form is follow-up. If there is a deadline to meet, I'm checking in with my team periodically to make sure that we're on pace and to adjust where necessary. This helps remove any excuses and it helps keep the pressure on. The bigger my organization grew, the more I started using proof of effort. Show me what it is you're doing. Show me that you're using what I've taught. Show me the progress you've made. That way I get to see if there are any roadblocks in your way long before it comes to disciplinary action. Then I escalate. I use creative consequences to hold my team accountable. Create consequences that are more uncomfortable than just doing what it is we're supposed to do. Who's responsible for bathroom duty this week? Might someone be losing chair privileges? It's important not to be cruel, though. Most people want to remain within their comfort zone, but growth is never found in your comfort zone. So as leaders, we have to push people out. If their choice is to be out of their comfort zone while growing professionally, or out of their comfort zone scrubbing the bathroom floors, most people make the right choice. Lastly, it does come down to documentation and escalation. If you've done all that you can for an individual and they still choose not to run with you, then it's time for disciplinary action. Our hope in taking this step is that it's the kick in the pants they need to turn around their behavior. But alternatively, it is the track in which we can remove people from our organization as well. Don't be afraid to remove someone from your organization. If you've invested all that you can in this team member and you have held them accountable all along the way and they continue to hold you and your team back, they don't belong on your team. Know that poor accountability with any one individual can ruin an entire team. What you witness and allow will become the new standard. Your behaviors too will set the standard for anyone watching. That's why we always have to lead by example. Be quick to act when you see something that is less than stellar. but let the accountability speak for itself. Always speak from a place of concern, not anger, and choose an approach that will be well received. Remember, our goal is to positively impact someone's life, not threaten them into submission. If we've recruited incredible talent, invested everything we can into that team through training and development, and now held them accountable in an impactful way, we now have incredible control over our organization and results. The only thing left to master is creating a culture that your team loves and wishes never to leave. I really appreciate you all being here, and I can't wait to see you next time for our section on culture.